Today is Monday, August 30, 2010, day 133 of the BP oil spill. This is Amy X for Radio Free, KeyWest.com's Key West Daily News Evening Edition. These are today's headlines. Dispersants in the water? It depends on who's counting. Are tourism boards complicit? Reports of the continued use of dispersants and now, unhealthy levels of core exet chemicals are being discovered in water samples being analyzed by independent scientists and laboratories. Tourism boards and their public relations firms continue spending money from BP and dumping it into advertising, telling everybody to come on in. The water's fine. This raises a very interesting ethical and legal question. If BP is funding tourism boards and their public relations firms and it turns out that the information being disseminated is not accurate, can these people be held responsible in future civil and criminal lawsuits? Don't miss the special Radio Free, KeyWest.com's investigative report, to be aired this Thursday. This comes as traces of core exit have been found in a swimming pool just outside of Tampa, Florida, where a family is suffering from symptoms of core exit poisoning. Radio TV Marti director Pedro Roig resigned Friday after more than 7 years at the head of the often controversial United States government stations that broadcast to Cuba. The United States has come up short in getting its message to the Cuban people, for Cuba successfully jams TV Marti's over-the-air broadcasts. The station also broadcasts by satellite, and the radio transmits on AM, as well as shortwave frequencies. Radio Free, KeyWest.com has been sharing the Fat Albert, Aerostat studios with Radio Marti since 1981. On the other hand, the Castro administration has been stymied as to how to stop Radio Free, KeyWest.com's powerful internet signal. Tune into Radio Free, KeyWest.com for real island music. Reggae, soul, blues, ambient and more. Music for the head, heart and hips. The Atlantic Hurricane 2010 Season Update. As Hurricane Danielle heads off to Iceland after flirting with Bermuda, Hurricane Earl is bearing down on Puerto Rico with 110-mile-an-hour winds. Not far behind, a tropical system that is expected to become Fiona later this evening is on track to potentially reach Key West by the week's end. And they're off. This year's candidates for the 2010 Fantasy Fest King and Queen were unveiled on Friday at the stately southernmost house before a smaller than usual, but enthusiastic nonetheless crowd. Campaign Kickoff 2010. The Valley of the Kings introduced us to this year's candidates, who are certainly a colorful lot. Running in this year's Queen division is Sam O'Shea, Surrey Westrop Baloney and Elaine Shugarts-Chinnis. Christopher Elwell and Stephen Sunshine go head-to-head in the fight to who will be king. The winners will be decided by who raises the most money for Key West AIDS Help, Incorporated. A benefit for another worthwhile cause will be held this week. Key West Sunrise Rotary of the Conch Republic will attempt to fatten its charitable efforts account this weekend with a series of beer tasting events slated to take place at the southernmost hotel collection of Key West, Florida. Toko Ray will be among the entertainers in the festival that stretches throughout this upcoming Labor Day weekend. For more info, please visit www.keywestbrewfest.com. Key West After Dark. It's Labor Day weekend. This 3-day weekend marks the symbolic end of the summer in many parts of the country as kids head back to school. At the Green Parrot. This Thursday and Friday it's the Honey Island Swamp Band. On Saturday and Sunday it's Suenalo. At Schooner Wharf Friday and Saturday Robert Douglas Band, all shows 7 to midnight. On Sunday don't miss the Latin Calypso Party with Marti Stoneley. On Friday and Sunday don't miss George Victory at the Alamo. There is a special Saturday night performance with the Unsinkable Sound System. Shane Thomas rules the Cowboy Bill's Honky Tonk Saloon this week. Join us at 6 o'clock Monday through Friday for the Key West Daily News, the evening edition. For more about the stories covered today, please visit radiofreekeywest.com. This is Amy X casting off.